What do I do about all this heat stress on my lawn? Just give it some water. This is a research paper by the Tennessee State University on different turf grasses and their temperature threshold when they start to lose their green color based on heat stress. Now, interesting fact, Bermuda is at the very top of heat resilience. However, their threshold is around 100 degrees, which means at about 100 degrees, the chlorophyll, which is where grass gets its green color, starts to deplete in Bermuda grasses. Something very pertinent for some of my friends over here in the South. Now, before you freak out and think all is lost to brown spots in your yard for the rest of the summer, check out this article, which was published 2 weeks ago by the North Carolina State Extension, stating that heat alone is generally not problematic for Bermuda grasses unless it lacks soil moisture. That's fancy scientific talk for it needs water. All of that to say, Bermuda grass is incredibly resilient when it comes to heat stress. It can take a lot as long as you give it the moisture that it needs. And what it needs is at least 1 to 1.5 inches of agua every week. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Lazo, I already put an inch of water on it last week and it's still dying. Yeah, but just because you watered it that amount doesn't mean that that amount made its way to the root level where your grass actually needs it. Perhaps you watered it at 2 in the afternoon during a scorching heat wave and that water evaporated before it could actually make it into the soil. Or maybe you watered it on a hill and the water trailed down the hill before it could make its way down to the root level. Or maybe your soil is compacted and there's a lot of water runoff. Either way, it's not about how much you water so much as it is how much your grass roots are getting, which is 1 to 1.5 inches of water every week. The second thing you might be saying is, Palazzo, my county has water restrictions. I can only water my grass 1 time a week. Then water it really good in the time frame that you have, making sure to give it at least an inch of water in that space. And during the rest of the week, you can take a little pail and spot treat areas of your grass that are under extreme duress. Either way, it doesn't have to be that complicated. Your grass just wants a drink, and the hotter it gets, the more thirsty it'll be.